Hi everyone, we're back in chapter 10, Facial Devices and Technology. And in this section 10-3, we're going to explain the benefits of a hot towel cabinet. Um, Towel warmers, they're also called hot towel cabinets or hot cabbies, and I put that up here for you. And they're used to heat our towels or products used in our treatment room, and they're commonly used in the treatment room. Um, and in your textbook, there's a photo of one that you can take a look at. So, when to use a hot towel cabinet? Well, hot towels, they can be used for both facial and body treatments. Cotton pads, 4x4s, aesthetic wipes, and products can also be warmed in your hot towel cabinet. So some towel warmers, they have a little UV light in there, and that UV light is really good for helping to reduce bacteria, but it's just not effective for disinfection. But one thing I will say about that is what I do is after I take my tweezers or whatever implement, and I'll just kind of show you this, pretend that's tweezers or whatever. What I do is after I wash it with soap and water, then I put it in the Lucaside for 10 minutes, rinse it, then I put it in the hot towel cabbie for 30 minutes with the UV light on. Now some come with the UV light and some don't. All right, the effects of warm towels from a hot towel cabinet. So clients who do not have contraindications, they would benefit from the warm, soothing, softening action provided by the steam towels, which can be used in the following ways. For one, we can remove facial masks and products such as massage cream. And then two, for softening the skin before you perform extractions. So, contraindications and best practices for warm towels from a hot towel cabbie. Hot towels should not be used on clients who have extremely fragile or extremely sensitive skin. And if they have uncontrollable or advanced rosacea, open wounds, or contraindicated skin conditions like excessive acne lesions. So, before placing the warm towel on their skin, you want to be sure that you adhere to the following guidelines. For one, always test the temperature of the towel on or products on your wrist prior to use. So I have a towel here. So what you want to do is just take your towel and just test it like this on the inside of your wrist, or you could even just, take one and test it this way. They should never be too warm or left on their skin too long because they can damage the capillaries, they can cause overstimulation, and they can increase redness or irritation. Plastic, you don't want to put plastic in there. I've done that before and it does melt, it's true, like little portion cups. They do melt in your towel warmers, so you want to use heat resistant dishes to warm the products. Now there is a OSHA alert, and OSHA requires that you use gloves whenever you're exposed to bloodborne pathogens. In reality, you have an exposure risk when you work on a client anyway, so they say that gloves should be worn at all times. And then just know it's really important to understand that while you're working on a client, anytime you enter the hot towel cabbie to retrieve an item, you must first remove your gloves. So you're using gloves, doing a facial, remove your gloves, go retrieve the hot towel, okay? Because your gloves are, it's cross-contamination, okay? So once you guys remove an item, you need to put on a new pair of gloves and continue working on your client. And again, like I said, you want to avoid that cross-contamination during any service. That's required by OSHA, as is the use of gloves, and you can be exposed to bloodborne pathogens the minute you begin a service. I know, for instance, I've seen students in the past, and they're using, or they're just rubbing the skin and I seen where somebody had a little acne lesion in the just the corner of their eyebrow, and it was a pustule. And as the student rubbed her hand over that, that pustule broke open, exposing the skin to all that bacteria, and then blood was kind of trickling down from the breakage of that acne lesion. So anyway, with advances in many products, ingredients, and advanced devices, you may find your treatment more geared towards a clinical approach when you guys are addressing product removal. These types of treatments, primarily they do use 4x4 aesthetic wipes for removal versus hot towels. So as you guys as you increase exfoliation or stimulation of the skin, or as occurs with some advanced services, you're going to find that hot towels may be contraindicated. And some examples of such services are some advanced chemical peels or in-depth micros. We don't use hot towels with those. They're too stimulating. Okay, so we're going to talk about preparation of your hot towel cabbie. Always follow the manufacturer's directions, as there could be subtle differences in each device use and optimum effectiveness. So in general, these steps are the ones that you should perform when you're preparing your hot towel cabbie. First, put on gloves and fold your towel in half. So like this, take your towel, fold it in half like this, and then roll it up. So you're going to roll it up like this. Okay, so you roll it up. Then what you're going to do is you're going to add water on here. So I'm trying to get mine to roll up again. Put it under the faucet and then squeeze out all the excess water as hard as you can, because guys, if you don't, you're going to have boiling hot water towels instead of steam towels. Okay, so do that, and then you put them in the hot towel cabbie, turn it on, and allow it to heat up the towel. Load your towel cabbie until you have the desired number of towels that you need for your treatment, and plan ahead for your full client schedule for the day. And then safety and maintenance of our hot towel cabbies. So when you're ready to use the heated steam towels from the hot towel cabbie, put on a new pair of gloves and then remove that towel. And then test the temperature, remember, on the inside of your wrists, over your gloved hands. If the towel's too warm, then just take it, guys, and open it slightly. I do this. I just kind of cool it down that way and allow it to slightly cool, and then retest the temperature. Okay? And then open the towel and apply it to the client's face. Never cover their nose or their mouth. You'd be surprised. I saw a student once put a towel right over their whole face. I was like, what the heck? And so don't do that. And while the towel is on the client's face, you can press it in, little gentle pressure, and that provides further relaxation, and it feels a lot better to the skin. And then you want to remove the towel beginning at the top, and so you would take it from the top this way and bring it down and lift it off. Okay? So if using a towel for product removal, then you take the ends and you just kind of wipe off, changing the towel. So you would kind of like this, be wiping off and then kind of moving it to another section as you go down. Okay? And then just take your towel at the end, circle around, and get all the remaining product off. So it's really important, guys, that you keep your hot towel cabinet clean and free from mold and mildew. And so every night, guys, at the end of the day, clean the inside out with your EPA registered disinfectant, whether it be Leukocyde, Marvicide, Barbicide, whatever you're using, Cavicide, and then empty and clean the disinfectant from the water catchment tray underneath. So what I do, and disinfectant, sorry. What I do is take the little tray out from underneath the towel cabbie that catches the water, wash it with soap and water, And then I leave it in the sink, and then I just spray it with the Lucaside and just let it sit for 10 minutes. And then, of course, rinse it and dry it and then put it back. And leave the door open at night to allow the cabinet and the rubber seals to dry thoroughly. Okay, this concludes this section of 10-2 and, or sorry, 10-3. And here's your check-in question. Why is it important to enter the hot towel cabinet with clean gloves? Okay, so send your answer to me at krista@oliverfinley.com on my email. And then, guys, now go back and reread the benefits of the hot towel cabbie. And then I want you to do a chapter 10 do section, and that is hot towel cabbie fill in the blank. And then that's it for this section. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.